Well, hi, hello, my dear students. Welcome to my video lecture class. Right up to now, I uploaded video lectures on the topic work power energy. In this topic, I already explained work, definition of work, units of work, and applications of work. I discuss energy, types of energy, and work energy theorem, applications of work energy theorem. These are all I discussed in previous lectures. Please watch that previous lectures. If you will get any doubt regarding that previous lectures, feel free to mention in comment box. Now today we are going to start the most important topic, that is power. First of all, what is the definition of power? The rate of doing work is called power. The rate of doing work is called power. Power is equal to formula work by time. So observe definition carefully. Rate of doing work, that means work is changes with respect to time. Work is changes with respect to time, then that is called power. Power is equal to work done by time. So power is equal to work done by time. Unit work is measured in joule, by time is measured in second. Joule per second. This is also called as watt. Joule per second is also called as watt. Watt is the unit of power. Next, dimensional formula. Dimensional formula. Before going to write dimensional formula, we must know about three things here. So kg is represented as m, meter is represented as L, second is represented as T in dimensional formula. This is very important. So here joule per second is equal to, joule is nothing but Newton into meter by second. So this unit is converted into kgs, meters and seconds. Then only we are able to write in dimensional formula. So here joule per second is written as Newton into meter. Newton is nothing but kg into meter per second square. Kg into meter per second square, again into meter by second. So finally how can we write this? Kg into meter square by second cube. Okay. So kg into meter square by second cube. Then dimensional formula, how can we write? Kg is represented as mass, m power 1, L power 2, T power T cube. So how can we write this? M power 1, L square, T power minus 3. So this is closed with square brackets. So this is called dimensional formula of power. So dimensional formula of power is m power 1, L power 2, T power minus 3. So this is the dimensional formula of power. Next, so we'll discuss relation between work and power, that is power is equal to work by time. So relation power can be written as, in the case of force and velocity. How can we write power in the case of force and velocity? Power is equal to, power P is equal to F bar dot V bar. So how can we got this formula? Simple. Power is equal to, power P is equal to work by time. Okay, work by time. Here work is nothing but F bar dot S bar by time. So that means F bar dot S bar by T, we write like this. So then what we got? Power is equal to F bar dot V bar. Power P is equal to F bar dot V bar. So this is also written as Fv cos theta. Power can be written as Fv cos theta. The dot product of force and velocity vector is called power. So here theta is angle between F bar and V bar. Force is angle between, theta is angle between force vector and velocity vector V bar, F bar and V bar. This is very important. Power we got. Okay, next. Power can be written as power is equal to dW by dt. Can written as dW by dt. Then dW is equal to P into dt. So then W is equal to this differentiation, move that side, we got P into dt. So from T1 to T2. So Bolton W is equal to integral T1 to T2 P into dt. Okay. So this is another form of relation between work and power in case of integration. So this is about power. Next we will discuss applications of power. 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 Application number 1. Application number 1. So in the first application, let us consider a machine gun which is fired n number of bullets. Let us consider a machine gun which is fired n number of bullets and moves with velocity v meter per second, then find power of machine gun. Then find power of machine gun. So here power of machine gun is equal to work by time. Here machine gun fires bullets, n number of bullets with velocity v meter per second. So work is stored in the form of kinetic energy. So here machine gun fires a bullet. The bullet is moving with certain velocity. If bullet is moving with certain velocity means it is in motion, means definitely it has some energy. That energy is called kinetic energy. Here work is stored in the form of kinetic energy. So that's why here work is stored in the form of kinetic energy by time. So then kinetic energy formula half mv square. Here n number of bullets are there. That's why half mnv square by time is t. Half mnv square by t. Okay. So this is a formula power of machine gun. Here m means mass of each bullet. Small m is equal to mass of each bullet. V is equal to velocity of bullet. N is equal to number of bullets. T is equal to time. Okay, so this is power of machine gun. Next, application number 2. Application number 2. Application number 2. Application number 2. Let us consider a crane. Consider a crane which is lifting a block of mass m to certain height, block of mass m to certain height h, then find power of crane, then find power of crane. Here power is equal to work by time. Power P is equal to work by time. Here work is stored in the form of potential energy by time. Here work is stored in the form of potential energy because body is moved certain height from the ground. If any body is moved certain height from the ground, then work is stored in the form of potential energy. So then potential energy formula mgh by t. So this is power of crane. So power of crane P is equal to mgh by t. Here work is stored in the form of potential energy. Next we will discuss application number 3. 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 Okay. So now application number 3. Power of a boy while blowing a whistle. Okay, so here power of boy, that means power of lungs. Power of lungs is equal to, while blowing a whistle, boy, power of lungs while blowing a whistle. Power of lungs is equal to half into mass of air per second into velocity square. So that means what we got here, half into dm by dt into v square. Mass of air by time, mass of air per second into velocity square. Okay, mass of air per second into velocity square. So we can write it as m by t into v square. This is the power of lungs. Next, application number 4. Application number 4. Power of motor. Lifting water from well. Lifting a water from well at depth h meters. Power of motor lifting a water from well to height h meters, and delivers water delivers water with the speed v meter per second. So v meter per second. Here observe question carefully, application carefully. Power of motor lifting water from well to height h. H is given means that is related with potential energy. This is very important. Whenever h is given, that is related with potential energy. Whenever v is given, simply v is given related with kinetic energy. So here initially lifts the water to certain height and it delivers the water with velocity. Here work is stored in the form of two types of energy, both kinetic energy and potential energy. So power is equal to kinetic energy plus potential energy by T. That means half mv square plus mgh by T. So here work is stored in the form of power of motor. Okay. So here it is stored in the form of both kinetic energy and potential energy. This is application number 4. Next we will discuss application number 5. Application number 5. Power of heart while pumping blood to body parts. Power of heart is equal to pressure into volume by time. Pressure into volume by time here. So here pressure into volume by time. So the volume of blood pump per second. Volume of blood is pumping per second. Pressure into volume of blood pump. Volume of blood pump per second. Volume of blood pump per second. Okay, pressure into volume of blood pump per second is called power of heart. This is application number 5. Next we will discuss application number 6. Application number 6. Power of conveyor belt. Here mass is distributed per second. Power of conveyor belt. So P is equal to, power is equal to work done by time. So work done by time. Otherwise, so we can written as F is equal to force conveyor belt dm by dt into V. So dm by power is equal to, we can write like this also, force into velocity. Here force is nothing but dm by dt into V. So finally we got dm by dt into V square. Power of conveyor belt dm by dt into V square. So this is application number 6. Next we will discuss application number 7. pipe, jet pipe, while water is moving with velocity v meter per second from pipe. So here power of jet pipe is equal to, initially power is equal to force into velocity. Here force is equal to AdV square. Okay, so here force is equal to AdV square into V. So finally AdVq power P is equal to AdVq. Here A is equal to area of cross section of pipe. Area of cross section of pipe. D is equal to density of liquid. V is equal to velocity of liquid. So this is application number 7. So this is overall about power. So in this lecture we discuss power, definition of power, units of power, dimension, formula of power, and one more thing we discuss relation between power and work done. Okay, so power, force and velocity we discuss. Okay, so these are all we discussed in this lecture. So now the most important application, that is application number 8. Application number 8. This is most important application. Application number 8. This is very important application. Let us consider an automobile of mass m. Let us consider automobile of mass m, which is accelerated from rest, and throughout motion power of engine is constant. Then find relation between first one, relation between S displacement and time. Next, relation between velocity and time. Displacement and time, velocity and time here. So here power is equal to constant, body given. Power is equal to constant, initial velocity is 0. Okay, initial velocity is 0. Then relation between S and T. Okay, relation between S and T is S is directly proportional to T power 3 by 2. S is directly proportional to T power 3 by 2. Then relation between V and T. V is directly proportional to T power 1 by 2. Here P is constant, U is equal to 0. So the relation between S and T is S is directly proportional to T power 3 by 2. relation between V and T is V is directly proportional to T power 1 by 2. So this is about today's session. I hope you all are understood this lecture. While watching this lecture, if you will get any doubt, feel free to mention in comment box. So again, I'll come back with new concepts and new formulas in next lectures. Thank you for watching my lectures. Thank you so much.